Hello students, this is Amardeep Singh, your ICT teacher, and in this session we'll discuss about some pending topics of previous session from chapter Input Output in Python. In this session we'll discuss about the pending topics like string format for numbers and input function. So first we'll start with string format for number. We can also format the output using format function of str class, that is known as string class. This method make use of placeholders with the help of curly brackets with following syntax. So instead of using some format character with percentage symbol, we can also specify a placeholder using these curly brackets inside the format function. So the syntax is print, then instead of using percentage some format character, you can specify index of variable inside the curly brackets, then dot format and the list of variables that you want to place here. For example, if I'm having two variables, one is a contains the name that is of string type, and b contains a number that is of integer type. So we can specify using these curly brackets with format function like this: print my name is, inside curly bracket you have to specify 0, and age is, inside curly bracket you have to specify 1. So dot format a comma b, then this placeholder at the index 0 will be replaced with first variable, and this placeholder will be replaced by this b. By using this mechanism, you no need to take care of the data type, as we discussed in percentage in format characters. That means if you want to use integer data type, then you have to use a percentage d or percentage s. In this mechanism, no need to take care of any data type. You just have to specify index of the variable occurrences. Index of first variable is 0, index of second variable is 1. So let's get start with some example. Here we are having same example that we discussed previously in previous session. So here we are using format character, that is percentage s, percentage d and percentage f, to replace with a name, age and percentage. So the output of this code was, that was the output. So if you want to generate same output with the help of format function, then all we have to do, inside curly bracket you have to, my name is, inside curly bracket 0, then 1, then my percentage is, inside curly brackets 2. So here what you have to specify, dot format. Inside format function you have to specify these parameters as argument to function. Then now in this statement, this 0 index placeholder will be replaced by variable n, this 1 index placeholder will be replaced by age, and second placeholder will be replaced by percentage. So save the code and generate the output. So that is all about the output we are having using this format function. So that one is another way to perform the same formatting task by using this format function of a string class, by using these indexed placeholders. Next we will discuss about how to use colon separator with format function. The colon separator is used to decide total width of a numeric figure. The colon and the formatting instruction can also be used with the format for both integer and for floating point. That means we can also specify the width of a numeric figure in digits with this parameter, this optional parameter, and the format character that, and we have to specify here. For example, we can specify here as a format character that is D for integer and F for floating point data. So if you want to specify the width using format function of a numeric figure, then you can also specify after index you have to specify colon, then that width that you want to display. And in the same way you can also specify with a floating value. First we'll discuss about how to use this one with numeric data. For example, a equal to 123, then if I'm printing a value of a equal to, inside the curly brackets I will specify 0 dot format, then the name of variable a, but I'm not specifying any colon operator here presently. Then the value of a is 123. Now I'll specify another parameter also, colon. I want to display the value of a as a 10-digit figure. Then I will specify 10, then d. D is the format character for integer value. Then after this, now you can check the values displayed as 10-digit figure and preceded with these 7 spaces in front of this value. And in the same way we can also specify a floating value with the precision, with the decimal places also. If you want to, here in this example I specify 10 as a width of the complete figure and 5 is the decimal places that we want to display. So let's start with the same. Let's suppose I'm having a variable x equal to 12.23. Then after that I'll print value of x equal to, first I'll print it simply dot format x, then press enter. So here the system will display the value as it is without any width or without any specified decimal places or precision value. Then now let me make some changes. Here I'll specify 10. It will be the width of that floating value. Then dot, I want to display 5 as the decimal places, then f. In here I specify 10 as the width of that figure and 5 is the precision value, then press enter. Now you can see that the width of this floating number is 10 and the precision value and the decimal places here we are displaying in 5-digit figure. So that is all about this colon operator with using format function. And finally we'll discuss about input function. As the name suggests, the purpose of input function is to read input from the standard input device, that is keyboard. By default the function always returns a string. That means this one is the syntax of this function. How we can use this function? We have to declare a variable equal to the name of that function, then inside the function we have to specify a string as a prompt inside this function. That means a prompt means if you want to display any query message in front of the end user, for example enter a number, enter your name or something, any query message is known as a prompt. Prompt is an optional parameter, but it is good habit to specify this prompt message so that the user come to know what he or she had to enter as input. So then this function always returns a string and store that value into this variable. Even if you will input a number or a string or a floating value, everything will be considered as a string. and store into this variable. So let's start with this one. uh, First of all, I'll I'll create a file also. Then I'll specify a equals to input, enter into your name, have some space here, no need to specify any column. Then when you will run this statement, this message will be displayed on the uh, prompt on the Python shell, and it will ask you for your name. Then when you will enter your name and press enter, then the data will be stored into your input data will be stored into this variable, and after that you can print or you can use anywhere. For example, I'll specify your name is A. Your name is A. Then I'll save it. I specify the file name in.py. Then press F5. Then here we are having a prompt message, that is the query message. Enter your name. I'll specify my name and it give me the output, your name is Amati. So that's all about how we can get input from user by using this input function. If you want to get a number from user, then you can also specify enter any number value of A equal to A. Then press enter any number. I'll specify 12, then the value of A equal to 12. But notice one thing, that 12 will be considered as a string, because input function always return a string as a result. So everything is considered as a string. So if you want, for example, if you want to demonstrate this concept, input, let's try to calculate sum of two numbers. Enter second number. I'll store that number into B, and here enter first number. Then try to calculate sum of A plus B. Then specify sum equal to C. In this code we get two numbers from user. One enter first number, then the result will be stored into A. Then enter second number, then the result will be stored into B, and we calculate the value of A plus B and stored into C, and result of then we'll display the result. Just try it. Then according to this statement, enter first number, I'll specify 100. Enter second number, I'll specify 200. Then the result should be 300. But in this case, the result is 100, 200. So it's wrong, because system consider the type of A and B as a string, and plus in Python is a concatenation operator. So to solve this problem, we'll discuss next topic in Python. As we discussed in previous example, then that when we are trying to perform mathematical or arithmetic calculations on the variables input by using input function, then the results are not correct or accurate, because every data input by using input function is considered as a string. So if you want to perform some mathematical calculations on those variables as a number, then you have to convert those numeric values into those numeric string into a integer, or according to the value. So if you want to convert a numeric string into a number, then we are having int function. We already discussed the same function in previous sessions. Also we are having a function like int, float, to convert a numeric string into their equivalent numeric value. So if you want to use that to perform some mathematical calculations on given input, then you have to convert input using this int function into a number. So let's get started. So what you all have to do, you have to use here int to convert the result of this input statement to number. You only have to specify int. You can also use the same int function when you will perform calculation. Also you can also, if you don't want to use int here, you can also place int inside that int function a as a parameter, int function again here, and parameter b will be as a parameter. Then it will also perform the same task, but I'm using here int function while defining input statement. Save it and run it, and then next try to I'll use the same value like 100, then press enter. I'll 200. Then now you can check the result is 300, because now in this example a and b are considered as integer variables. So that is all about how we can convert a numeric string into a integer. So it's all about this current chapter. In this chapter we discussed about how to format the output, how to print the output, how to format the output, how to get input from user. So that's all about this chapter. If you people are having any kind of doubt, then feel free to contact me. Thank you very much.